Well, good day. This is Farrell Yoakum from Discipline That Reaches and Teaches, and I wanted to have kind of a short video discussion with you, a presentation, a teaching from me to you that I hope that you'll learn from. And it's kind of a takeoff on the last one I did about leadership. I asked for feedback on these videos and from people that I know, and how's it going? Is it something that's helpful? And they mentioned that they had never really thought of themselves before as leaders when they're a teacher, and that I got thinking about that too, and I realized that I didn't when I first got into teaching. I just thought of myself as just a teacher. I didn't think of myself at all as a leader. But teachers are leaders in the classroom. It's you need to make sure you take charge as a leader in your classroom. You are the leader in your classroom, and your disciples look to you. Your subjects in your kingdom look to you. You're the monarch in your kingdom, in your room, and you need to remember that you can't be a good teacher without being a good leader. So I've thought about 5 things in particular that I always look at in leadership, and I wanted to mention them today. I might go into more detail in the future, but I want to keep this kind of short. And so I mentioned these 5: consistency, calmness, courage, compassion, and confidence. And so one at a time, very briefly. Consistency. You've got to be consistent in your classroom. You can't have emotional ups and downs when you enter the classroom. You have to be real, and you'll have bad days and good days, but you can't be someone who just bounces off the wall and is inconsistent in your own attitudes, in your own demeanor, in the way that you work with your kids every day. And so it's not just consistency in the way you handle children, but it's consistency in the way you handle yourself, and that is forgotten sometimes. Kids are watching you, and they're developing ideas about you, and your reputation is changing every day as they watch you and decide if they want to respect you or not. Very important to be consistent. Next one I mentioned here, these are in no particular order, is calmness. You have to always be calm. One of the old sayings that I use in my trainings is use calm to regain calm. If you're in a situation that isn't calm, you stay calm anyway. And if you do stay calm in a situation that isn't calm, then you will actually invoke calmness into that whole situation. So stay calm, regardless of what happens in your classroom, regardless of what the worst stunt your students might pull on you, or the worst things that some angry, troubled, upset parent might say to you. No matter what maybe your principal says or the teacher say, you stay calm. And if you do, you're exhibiting leadership. And then next one I mentioned is courage. You have to always be courageous. You have to sometimes act on your gut instincts. I mean, you ask for the wisdom that comes from above, which is first of all pure and then peaceable. You need that wisdom, but also sometimes your instincts, your gut thoughts, what you anticipate is something you need to go with and feel good about. If you're the leader, then you have to have the courage to go with what you think is best. And that's the next one I mentioned is compassion. You have to always be compassionate. You have to show compassion. These are children you're dealing with. You must be compassionate with them, and you have to have compassion for your peers, for your fellow teachers and others, for your principal and other people that you work for, and that sometimes they have bad days. And if you show compassion to them, you're showing them leadership as well. And so that's an important one. And then the last one I mentioned is confidence. You have to be confident. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be studying to show yourself approved, of course, but learn more and more. And as you gain experience, you'll become more and more confident. That will just come with it. Your rookie year, you're not confident. But as you gain experience in your 3rd, 4th, and 5th year, you become even more confident. So be that person who exhibits confidence as a professional. A good professional is a confident person who basically nothing happens that you aren't prepared for. Nothing happens that you can't house, you can't control. And so as a confident leader, you just need to always be that person that people can depend upon to be in charge of yourself and to know what needs to be done as a professional. So those are 5 things I've mentioned: consistency, calmness, courage, compassion, and confidence. If you enjoy these videos, if you could hit the like button, if you would subscribe to it, and if you would share it with people, it would help me out a lot as I try to get this going. So thank you, and have a great day.